So, if you were really disappointed about the discontinuation of MPhil clinical psychology, as well as the new entry requirements to be eligible for the entrance for MA clinical psychology or MSci clinical psychology, whatever there is, university to university. If all of these affected you, then today I think there can be a little smile on your face, right? So, what is the news? The news is that in the last few weeks, there were a group of petitions who had appealed to the Delhi High Court. And the Delhi High Court stated that these requirements by the RCI do not help those students who have already completed that stage of studies. What I mean is that the requirements for you to be eligible for MA clinical psychology or MSci clinical psychology essentially exclude those who did not study a BA psychology for 4 years or a 3 year BA psychology with 1 year MA psychology as a bridge course, or if you did not study psychology in your bachelor's at all and you just did it at your MA level. So these people are now being filtered out for the MA clinical psychology program. But this was not the case with MPhil earlier. Anyone with a valid UGC recognized MA psychology could sit for that exam, and basis their performance, they could get into the program. MPhil, since it does not exist anymore and it is so for all subjects under the UGC, distance or otherwise, the court is saying this new requirements by the RCI cannot apply to those who have already crossed the boundary of 10 and 12, right? Because they already started their journey much before RCI came up with these rules. So, this is a very interesting space to be in. I'm glad that those petitioners they really worked hard and not only represented the cause of any one person in that group, but overall all the candidates who ever aspire to be a clinical psychologist, right? So good news, right? What now I want you to do is, it's to understand nothing is confirmed yet. The Delhi High Court has come up with this judgment, but that doesn't mean it will be implemented overnight. You know how things work in India. Okay. So it'll take time. It might not even get accepted or implemented by the RCI. There might be a breach of this new verdict by the Delhi High Court, wherein there will be, counter litigations and counter applications and presentations. It's a lot involved. So, what should you be doing at the moment? You should basically continue where you are and not get fixated about becoming a clinical psychologist. To become a clinical psychologist, if you have completed your master's in psychology, right, irrespective of anything else, then you can still apply for PDCP, which is postgraduate diploma in clinical psychology, which gives you an associate license to practice. And after that, you can apply for PsyD, okay, or a PhD in clinical psychology, right? See, all of these nomenclatures, they have no say on who you are essentially and who you would like to be remembered as after you die, okay? So it is all about the kind of contribution you can bring into the space. And whether you do directly or you become an indirect influencer of this space, that depends on you and your intelligence, right? So, if you require a very strategic analysis for your situation, then I'm here. You can book a session with me because it's not possible for me to come up with generic advisory that'll fit all. It's not possible. So I have to understand things case by case basis and then provide a kind of advisory that you can trust and on which you can work, correct? And if there will be any update, because everything on this planet is subject to the rules and regulations of the land. In such case, if you continue to follow me, if you remain subscribed to this channel, you will get update like this particular update. So more or less, it's not completely bleak. You can still become a clinical psychologist. It's just that you have to consider the paths you are taking. So if you have any questions, you can always put them down in the comments. And if I see that they are not very specific to your situation, it's a generic one, then I can create another video on it, either a shorts or a long video, whatever it'll take me to provide you the full response. But yeah, this is long story short, and thank you for watching. I wish you all the best. Bye bye.